will know that she got moved to mud. Oh, that one hasn't, we haven't put her on a docket yet, so we'll put her on the 5. Okay.
She said we'll be back.
All right, on your feet. Fighting set.
You may be seated. I didn't bring my phone in with me, and Judge Davis was asking earlier if I'm ready. I'm going to say yes, but... No, do you mind emailing her? Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can say it in tonight. I've never tried it. Yeah, thank you. Court is now in session. Okay. Good. It's FTA, FCRF.
Yes.
Okay. Have you been to the bottom?
I think that's
Thanks. I'll wait for you to do that. Good afternoon. The time is 4:15 p.m., but this is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Thank you for your patience today as we work through the technology issues. I'm going to call people one at a time. I will say a name, and that person should come and stand in front of the podium in here. And then I'll say a second name. That person should sit by the door. Please remember, this hearing is being recorded and broadcasted, so do not say anything about your case. What we'll be doing here today is I'll be telling you about the allegations, why you're here, whether or not you'll have an attorney appointed, when your next hearing will be, and what your release conditions are, and if there is any bail or bond available to you. The first person is Delfina Nihirgra. Would you please come to the podium? And Silverio Bustamante Cruz, have a seat by the door. Oh, he is? Okay, thank you. I apologize. Mr. Cruz, we'll be taking you later when we have an interpreter. So, Taylor Louise, if you'll have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
My name is Delphine Nibagero. My birthday is February 26, 2005.
You're here today on a Superior Court failure to appear bench warrant. And it appears that you were already seen on July 1st. And at that point, you were given a bond, but that was a mistake because you did have a probation violation. And when you have a new charge, while you're on probation, you do not have the right to bond. So in this matter, you are not to be released. This is the aggravated assault against a first responder, a Class 5 felony, criminal trespass, which is a Class 3 misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing will be on July 10th, downtown. And all of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Okay.
Taylor Louise, please come to the podium. William Welshheimer, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Taylor Loisy, 02-1897.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you had dangerous drugs and narcotic drugs in your possession. The possession is a Class 4 felony, and the for sale is a Class 2 felony, so that's more serious. Also, drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, and so an attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for bail as a matter of right, and the bail set today is $75,000 secured, which means you can use a bail bondsman. If you do make that bail, because you are also on probation, make sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. The second matter you're here on today is what was called a Term 1 violation, meaning because you're on probation, there shouldn't be any new allegations of criminal activity. So this bond is set at $25. That's like a placeholder in case you don't make the other bond. You'll be transported to your hearing.
Okay.
Okay, so all of this is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
William Welshheimer, please come to the podium. Hugo Cruz, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
My name is William Paul Welshheimer. I can do that.
Okay.
I forget where it's at. 61167. Did I forget something in between there?
No. You're here today on a new municipal court case. So this case is about disorderly conduct, fighting, possible assault, and allegations of touching with intent to injure. These are all misdemeanors. So let me finish and then you can ask your question. Because these are all misdemeanors and the hearing will be out at Goodyear Municipal Court, I can't appoint an attorney for you, so I actually have to change this one.
Oh, it won't be here?
No. So because these are all misdemeanors out at the Goodyear Municipal Court, due to the nature of the charges, there is no attorney being appointed for you, but you can hire one to represent you.
Okay.
Let me double check. So there is a secured appearance bond set at $5,000, so you don't have to reprint it. Okay. Because there's a bond set, it's a little unusual, but it is. There will be an attorney there for your bond issue only at municipal court.
That's weird.
It is.
Why is it
So the reason it's at municipal court is because they're misdemeanor allegations, they're not felony allegations. That would be in Superior Court.
Right.
If you do make this bond, and secured bonds mean that you can use a bail bondsman, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the victims, witnesses, complainants. If that's your home address, then what you can do is contact the Goodyear law enforcement and have them go with you one time for what's called a civil standby. So that's already written into your order so that you can show them your court order that allows you to go back one time in order to obtain necessary items. But you will need to provide the court at your next hearing proof of a new residence. And then they can change those orders there at that next hearing. The next hearing is set for July 9th, so it's only 5 days from now, 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, but why can't I live in my house? I built it.
Okay, and because of these allegations and the seriousness of them, there's also been some victim statements also submitted.
Okay.
And based on the report, there is probable cause, which means that there does need to be a hearing set prior to your return there. Even if you built the house or you own the house, you may not go back unless you're accompanied by law enforcement.
Okay.
Okay, all of this is on your orders
And that we can argue at that point?
on July 9th at 8:30.
July 9th.
So
Okay.
don't have any contact with the victim, the alleged victims or complainants. Even if they call you, don't answer the phone because that would be contact, so don't do it. Just wait until your hearing.
Okay, because they don't live with me. They don't live in my house. They don't even live in the state.
They were currently at that location when all
Yes.
of that happened. And
They
you
were
can't
currently-
return to the location where it happened.
Okay.
So you gotta sort that out at your next hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for understanding. It's on your paperwork.
About the PR, can I go PR, however you would call that? Well, am I gonna be able to get out at
There's
least?
a secured bond of $5,000.
It's $5,000.
So you may call a bail bondsman and work it out with them in order to be released.
Okay, then there's no way we can waive that?
No.
That aspect, okay. All right.
Okay, it's all on your paperwork, and it will list out also the phone number for Goodyear.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's your left. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hey, how is everybody
Hugo
doing today?
Cruz, please come to the podium.
What up?
Ruben Ochoa, have a seat by the door.
All right. Welcome back.
Please state your name and... Hugo Cruz, please come to the podium. Ruben Ochoa, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Hugo Cruz, August 2nd, 1987.
You're here today for a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It appears that you've failed to appear for a probation hearing. The bond is set at $250. An attorney has been assigned to represent you, and the next hearing is July 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and that's a secured $250. And you have two of them, it appears. Your second one, or no, excuse me, you only have the one. So if you make that bond, make sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your next hearing. All of this information is on your paperwork.
Your Honor, I was going to ask real quick, because I just bailed myself out like a couple of days ago.
What?
And I was at a halfway house.
Okay.
I guess it was an oversight because I gave them my paperwork and they didn't call. They have what you call as a blackout date. that you don't have, like, you have a whole week where you can't call anybody.
Okay.
So, and you can't leave.
Uh-huh.
So I was under their, care, and they told me they tried to call my probation officer, left a message, she didn't answer, and that was at Changes Healing. Like, is there any way I could get an OR under pretrial services?
What up,
No, because you're on probation, that's not an option for you now. You've got to be in contact with your probation officer. So I'm looking at your notes from the APETS notes where the probation officer writes things in.
Yeah.
And it looks like they've had a hard time finding you.
Well,
And I understand what you just said, but it's very important that you stay in contact with them, and then you won't have these failure to appear issues.
Okay.
Okay, it's all in your paperwork. Please step to your left.
I'm going to adjust my volume. Let me know if it gets any better. All right, let's see.
Ruben Ochoa, please come to the podium. Tyrick Kwataki, have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
September 6, 1999.
And your name, sir?
So tired.
Ruben.
I'm so tired.
Ruben Ochoa.
Okay. You're here today on two separate issues. They are both Superior Court probation violation warrants.
Yeah.
On the first one, it looks like you were violating terms 3 and 4 of your probation, and they set a bond for $250, which this court is affirming. An attorney is assigned for you. Your next hearing date is July 11th at 8:30 in the morning. If you make that bond, make sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. The second one is the same, also alleging that you violated terms 3 and 4 of your probation. Again, a secured bond for $250, and the same date and time for your probation revocation hearing, July 11th at 8:30. All of this is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Can you hear me now? What about now, Hector? Is the volume any better?
Tyrick Kwataki, please come to the podium.
They doing court today?
Amber
Hell yeah.
Mitchell, have a seat by the door.
Crime don't stop. Crime does not stop. You guys got to remember that.
Please state your name
Because
and
it's a
date
holiday.
of birth.
Tariq Kotaki, 12/31/81.
Ain't nobody stopping.
You're here today on two matters. They're both Superior Court
Jennifer.
probation violation warrants. The first one is for failing to appear in probation termination allegations that you violated terms 3, 4, and 5. The first warrant is a secured bond for $500, which this court will affirm. And the second one is the same terms, and the bond is for $250, so this court will affirm that. I've appointed an attorney to represent you at your next hearings, and your hearings are set up for July 11th at 8:30 in the morning. If you do make this bond, so it's $750 total, secured, make sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours and attend your hearing so no more warrants get issued.
The reason I was just like the gentleman too. I'm
Not on court, Spider. Not on
they had a
court.
blackout day, and I just barely got out yesterday to go to work.
Right. So did you call your probation officer right away when you got
I
out?
went straight to work, and I don't have a cell phone yet. So right when I got out of probation, the cops caught me right there.
Dang.
So that's what I'm still in that place called Calgary
Okay.
over there on what do you call it?
So I understand your argument, and I
Huh?
understand that this might be a good thing to tell the judge when you go to your probation violation hearing.
Yeah, if I stay out longer than the 5 days, they're not gonna take me back. It's hard to get in that place too.
Okay.
That's why I was wondering if I could get out on OR, cause no.
No, we're going to affirm the warrants that were issued.
Okay.
It's really important that you stick with the probation
What up, Brittany?
judge's orders, and you're supposed to contact them very regularly.
Okay, so when's my court date?
Wow.
It's
What up, Bruce?
July 11th.
11th. Okay.
Okay. Please
All
step
right.
to your left.
Thank you.
Hey, for anybody that's wondering, this is Arizona. This is Maricopa County in the city of Phoenix, Arizona.
Amber Mitchell, please come to the podium, and then Dylan Mountain, have a seat by the door.
And once again, this is not AI generated. This is actually happening in real time right
Please
now.
state your name and date of birth.
Amber Mitchell, 7397.
You're here today on the Superior Court bench warrant, which means you failed to appear for a hearing. The warrant was set at $500. This court will affirm that. An attorney has been assigned to represent you. Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. If you do make that bond, which is secured 500. Make sure to
James.
contact your probation officer within
Sammy.
72 hours.
It's
Okay.
James.
All of this information's on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Oh, excuse me, you had two. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What up, Sabrina?
Your second one
What up,
is
Bruce?
also for $500. It's the same conditions and the same court date.
Okay.
Also July 10th at 8:30. Okay.
Okay.
Has there been? I just got on. I actually jumped on late because
Dylan Mountain, please come to the podium.
they
And
normally have
after
court
that,
at 11
Michael
and at 2.
McWilliams,
And
please
those
have
two
a seat
courts
by the
didn't take
door.
place. And I walked into the room and I saw it was plain.
Please state your name and date
Brittany,
of birth.
thank you.
It's Dylan Joshua Mountain. It's 12/27/1985.
Okay.
Nice to meet you too, Sammy. Welcome.
You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant.
That's right, Captain
Okay.
Austin.
And it appears that bond was already set in a different grand jury warrant at $25,000 for that felony case. So today's grand jury bond amount is $500 secured.
Hey,
Okay.
happy 4th to
An attorney
everybody.
is appointed for you. Your next hearing in this case is on July 11th at 8:30 in the morning.
What up,
If you
Vicky?
do
Thank
make
you.
bond, make sure to keep the court updated with your address and follow the conditions of release.
Okay.
Okay, please step to your left.
Thank you.
Thank you. He seems chipper, if you will. Even though he's in those type of situations and oranges and wearing sandals.
Michael McWilliams, please come to the podium, and then we'll have our chief Spanish.
Hello, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Please state your name and date of birth.
Michael Dean McWilliams, October 13th, 1985.
Did you say October? Okay.
Yes.
You're here today on a justice court warrant, and the allegations include criminal trespassing, which is a misdemeanor. So this court is not authorized to appoint counsel for you because it's a misdemeanor. You do have a hearing set, and that's at the University Lakes Justice Court on July 22nd. This court is inclined to release you on your own recognizance today if you promise to appear at that hearing.
It's
July
been going about 30
22nd, yes,
minutes.
I will appear on that
Okay.
day.
All of the information is on your paperwork, including the phone number for the justice court. So
Okay.
make sure you go.
Thank you,
Please
Your Honor.
step to your left.
Have a good day.
I'm not sure how big the docket is, but it's been going on for about 30 minutes. They didn't have the 11 a.m. court today or the 2 p.m., so maybe it was kind of short. Or maybe the judges took a vacation or the magistrate took a date off today, if you will. Yeah, today I jumped on at 11 and nothing happened, so we jumped on, what was it, Dade County? We stayed on for a bit, and this court never started till now, so yeah, I'm guessing they're on holiday hours, if you will. Why do you do that? We got somebody making a guest
Oh,
appearance.
there's
right
someone
now.
trying to be admitted.
Lambris, ID 1086. How may I assist you today?
What up, chef?
Will you be able to interpret for a court today?
Right, Lacey?
All right, ma'am, go ahead, please.
I'm sorry, can you
What
repeat
up,
that,
Paco
please?
Taco?
Hello, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear you.
All right, ma'am, yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. My name is Commissioner Gentry, and I'm with the Initial Appearance Court, and I just need to make sure that you can swear or affirm that you will directly translate my words and the defendant's words.
I swear.
Thank you. Mr.
I'm not sure, Lacey.
Jose Carmona Barranco, please come to the podium.
I'm trying to figure
Señor
some
José
things out.
Carmona Barranco, por favor, acérquese al podio.
Please state your name and date of birth.
José Luis Carmona
Diga su
Barranco,
nombre, sí.
10-10-74.
Hold up. You didn't even let the translator translate.
José Luis Carmona Barranco, 101074.
You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant.
For sure, Lacey.
Usted está el día de hoy en este lugar por una Corte Suprema garantizada.
It's me,
An
Mario.
attorney
It
has
is
been
me.
appointed for you.
Yee-hoo.
Y un abogado ha sido puesto para usted.
Your next hearing is July 11th at 8:30 a.m.
La siguiente corte para usted va a ser el día 11 de julio a las 8:30 a.m.
A cash-only bond is set at $50,000.
50,000 smackaroonies? What this fool do?
Agregado a esto, solamente sería una fianza por $50,000.
There are more conditions of your release printed on your paperwork.
This is the 2 p.m.
Hay
calendar,
más
Tonka.
condiciones para su libertad que están impresas en el documento.
Please step to your left.
Apparently, they started at 4 p.m. according to what Hector said in the chat.
Silverio Bustamante Cruz, please come to the podium.
Silverio Bustamante Cruz, por favor, acérquese al podio.
This fool got
Please
picked up
state
at
your
work.
name and date of birth.
Diga su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Silverio Bustamante Cruz, 06-2085.
Repita más despacio la fecha de nacimiento.
06-2085.
He's from 85.
Silverio Bustamante Cruz, 06-2085.
What up, Dizzy?
You're here today on a new Superior Court case.
Está el día de hoy aquí por una orden de la Corte Superior Nueva.
It was alleged that you had narcotic drugs in your possession for sale.
Se tiene que usted tenía drogas de narcóticos en su posesión para venta.
Damn.
This is a Class 2 felony.
Weird, right, Tonka?
Este es un tipo de delito clasificado como número 2.
Also, it's been alleged that you had forged documents.
Oh, damn. That fool got hot with a fake ID and maybe a
También
fake
se tiene
social
la
security.
información de que usted tenía documentos falsos.
No, it hasn't changed.
This is a Class 4 felony.
I'm thinking they just ran it.
Este es
They
un
ran it
delito
late today.
clasificado 4.
An attorney has been appointed for you.
Un abogado ha sido puesto para usted.
Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning.
Su siguiente corte va a ser el día 10 de julio a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You have a cash-only bond of $150,000.
Damn, that fool got hit over the head with
Usted tiene para lo
150,000.
que es la fianza en efectivo solamente sería por valor de $150,000.
Yeah, how much drogas did he have on himself?
There are more conditions and restrictions of your release printed on your paperwork.
Yeah, there is
Y hay
court
más
tomorrow.
condiciones y reglamentos de su libertad que están imprimidas en el documento.
Please step to your left.
Damn, they don't even give him. They don't even give women beaters and
puedo regresar.
SOs those type of that type of bail. That's
Thank you,
bananas.
sir, for your translation service. That was very helpful. I think that's all the people we have who needed Spanish, so you may be excused.
150,000.
Thank you, man, for using language.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
This started about,
You too. Bye.
I think, about 4
At
o'clock.
this time, there are no house calls for the 2 p.m. calendar,
2 p.m.
and so this calendar will be
The
in
interpreter
recess until 5 p.m.
Your Honor, that's in 20 minutes. Maybe had a huge, yeah, maybe. There was a high-speed chase a couple hours ago in Phoenix. A guy stole a water truck. Damn. How the hell are you going to do a high-speed chase on a water truck? Well, I hope the water was empty, if you will, Drea. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and take a little break right now because I think we're about to leave the house. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on for the 5 p.m. one because we got to step out. We got to go grill and some hot dogs and whatnot. Yeah, laughing out loud. They stopped him. Anyhow, hey, I'm glad I was able to jump on for a little bit. I do appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99 out of your mind. It's raining here, so no fireworks. Damn, Hot Mess Express. That's bien gacho. That's no bueno, if you will. We're gonna go ahead and give an agua for the agua, if you will. An agua for the agua? Well, shit, I was late. I was late too. It started at 4:15. Thanks Hector for that info, and I jumped on at about 4:20. So it was only we were only on for about like 30 minutes. ¿Qué? Anyways, hey, what's up? What's up, Four Eyes? 4,300. Hey, Sunflower, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate that. All right, hey, I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call from. And if you guys like watching these court hearings, you're more than welcome to jump on my YT page at Collect Call from. I will be running the stream over there on that side. All right. Anyhow, hey, like I say around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, I'm out. Rato. And thank you for that daily heart, Megan. Highly appreciate you. Good thing I didn't turn off my. The good thing I started the stream early. Imagine I wouldn't have had it on. We would have missed it. It be like that sometimes. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I'll be back later.
Your release will be revoked and you will be returned.
This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the recording, we'll be calling you in one by one, telling you what the allegations are against you, whether or not you've been assigned an attorney, what your conditions of release will be. I'll call the first name, and then I'll also call a second name and ask you to sit in the chair by the door, just so that we can get through the process a little more quickly. Eva Engel, please come to the podium. Tyrell Neal, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Eva Marie Angel, 5/16/1990.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. The first one is a Superior Court arrest warrant where there were allegations of dangerous drug possession or use, Class 4 felony, narcotic drug possession or use, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. An attorney has been appointed for you. However, an attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You have two other violations that are here today. They are probation violations, where you violated allegedly terms 1, 3, 6, 11, 12, 14, and 15 of your probation, so you're not eligible for release. If when you go to that hearing, they decide that you may be eligible for release on your other two matters, this court has affirmed the bond that was requested, which in one of them was $1,000 secured, and the other one was $250 secured. You'll have a hearing on all of these matters on July 10th and then 11th, so the hearings are all set up. It's in your paperwork, and there'll be an attorney there to represent you.
Thank you.
2 step to your left. Tyrell Neal, please come to the podium. Alfredo Vargas Salazar, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Tyrell Neal, 2387. How you doing?
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There are allegations that you were possessing a weapon and you are prohibited from possessing a weapon, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond, so that means you can use a bail bondsman, is set at $25,000, and that's based on prior felony convictions as well as some misconduct involving weapons before. If you make that bond, make sure to follow the conditions of your release. They'll all be outlined on your paperwork.
Is there a way I can self-bond?
So if you have $25,000, you can pay that. So
I have it on the card.
So you can work that out with a bail bondsman. All of that is on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Alfredo Vargas Salazar, please come to the podium. Maria McCarty, have a seat by the door.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
State your name and date of birth.
Jose Alfredo Vargas Salazar, 2782, ma'am.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It involves allegations of driving under the influence, which is a Class 4 felony, endangerment, which is a Class 6 felony, and then obstructing a public official, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for you. This court did find probable cause, and so the next hearing is set for July 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. A secured appearance bond is set at $20,000. If you make that bond, make sure not to have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. There are some more conditions of your release that'll all be printed on your paperwork.
Okay, so I won't be released then, right?
You can work through a bail bondsman, and that would be $20,000 secured. Please step to your left.
Next.
Maria McCarty, please come to the podium. David Petrell, please sit by the door.
How's everybody doing out there today for the
State
July?
your name and date of birth.
Maria McCarty, 801198.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case where there's allegations of aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. A bond was set at $20,000 secured, and that's based on criminal history and the pre-trial service max score. If you do make that bond, you will be receiving an electronic monitoring device, an ankle monitoring device. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, complainants, or witnesses. If that is your residence,
What up, Maui?
is that your residence?
Yeah.
Okay, so included in your order is what's called a civil standby, where you can contact the law enforcement in your area to go with you one time to retrieve necessary personal items, but don't go back there without law enforcement.
Okay, so what about, like, that's my only place of residence. I've only been down here about 8 months, and that's the only place I had to go. I don't know nobody else down here, and, like, I mean, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to talk to her, so I did talk to her earlier today. And she said she wasn't pressing charges. She didn't go down to forensics, so.
So this is really important. Another part of your order is not to have any contact.
Right, I didn't know that, so that's why I was.
So going forward from here, even if she calls you, don't answer until your next court hearing.
Okay.
The next judge can change those orders.
Okay.
But based on the information that was submitted before this hearing, there's no contact and you cannot return without law enforcement with you.
Okay, but there's a chance it could change on the 10th.
Of course. You can go to that hearing and both talk to the judge, but just no contact before you go to that hearing.
Okay.
All of this is on your paperwork.
All right, thank you.
Please step to your left. David Petro, please come to the podium. Victor Gonzalez, have a seat by the door.
And I should have put a 4th of July emoji on the screen here for the for the festivities, if you will.
But she might still be out there.
That's okay. Victor Gonzalez, please come into the podium. Jessica Yazzie, have a seat by the door. So Victor Gonzalez. No problem. I understand.
Where's Victor Gonzalez at?
While we wait, Jessica Yazzie, if you would like to come in. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jessica Yazzie, 7297.
You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. It's been alleged that you had aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony. An attorney has been assigned for you for your next hearing, which is July 10th, 8:30 a.m. downtown. There is a secured appearance bond of $750, and that's what was requested in the direct complaint. So it sounds like you were arrested a while ago, but they just now filed the charges. If you do make that bond, make sure to keep your address up to date with the court and appear for your hearing. All this information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
I'm sorry, I can pay that here? Okay.
Yeah. Do we have either David or Victor? Is this David Petro? Great. Please state your name and date of birth.
David Petro, P-E-T-R-O-U. It's 8/31/1973. It's August.
Yeah. You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you committed aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony.
No,
there is probable cause, so an attorney has been assigned for you, and your hearing is July 10th.
No, Your Honor. What it was.
One moment, sir.
Pardon me.
One moment, sir. If you would like to speak, I will give you an opportunity at the end. But let me give you the information first. So there is a hearing on July 10th at 8:30 with an attorney who will represent you. Because of the allegations and the strength of the evidence, there is a secured bond set for you today at $20,000. And part of the court's orders are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any alleged victims or complainants. And if there is an order of harassment filed against you, to also follow that. Sir, you have a question.
Yeah, well, all the more, there was a problem, something was wrong, but there was a different, there was a 201 they were called on, and it was something other. I was
Are you talking about the facts of your case right now, sir?
No, I'm talking about the charge that's brought against me.
Okay, the aggravated assault?
Yes. And what I was doing was asking somebody for some money to give me some food.
So this sounds like you're talking about the facts of your case, and maybe you weren't in here when you heard the admonition.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I understand, I do, clearly. There's a problem, something's wrong. I was getting food. That was another situation. That the only charge I know against me was for asking for, like, soliciting. And it was only for one year.
Okay.
As far as being bonded out in this charge and everything, I don't have if this charge is against me, the only thing I can't do is be here. I have to get my attorney, because that's it's not like soliciting, it's a felony charge too.
Right, so this is a felony charge. An attorney has been assigned to you or appointed
like he
for
just
you.
wanted to get his-
They'll be there at the hearing, and that's gonna be on July 10th.
All right, I just can't be sitting here right now.
Did he hit the
I
host?
would have to, get my attorney, because it's not the charge that I came in on. I told the officer that I was asking for food, and he didn't say anything.
Okay, and the charge that I see that you came in on, the report that I have, is aggravated assault class 4 felony.
I didn't get that. That's what I'm trying to say right now. Currently, I'm not trying to talk about the case. I don't have my attorney with me. I'm here coherent with you. I just don't have that paper. I didn't have that chart.
Okay, well, this will be listed on your paperwork that we'll provide to you today.
Okay.
All right, so that's
It's been
gonna
a
be right
long
at
night.
the top.
It's been a long night. Pardon me. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Victor Gonzalez?
Man, what a claim jumper over here.
Please state your name and date of birth.
My name's Victor Anthony Gonzalez, March 19, 2001.
Hey, what up, Bingo's mom?
You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. It's been alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation, and a $100 secured appearance bond has been set. An attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 11th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
If you make that bond, make sure to contact your probation officer right away.
Okay.
The order says 72 hours, but don't wait.
Okay.
And make sure you go to that hearing.
Okay.
All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Michael Lynch, please come to the podium. After that, Ran Lawson, have a seat by the door.
Hey, what's up, Bruce? Welcome back.
Please state your name and date of birth.
Good evening, Your Honor. Michael Lynch II, 01241967.
He's definitely not dressed like he's ready
You're
for jail.
here today on a new Superior Court case. It involves allegations of aggravated DUI, which is a class 4 felony, and then knowingly displaying a false license plate, which is a misdemeanor.
Excuse me?
Using a false license plate, which is a misdemeanor. An attorney has been appointed for you. There was probable cause for these allegations, so a hearing is set for July 10th at 8:30 a.m. A secured appearance bond has been set at $500. If you do make that bond, you'll have what's called pretrial supervision. That means they're going to assist you in making it to that hearing. There are other conditions of your release. They're all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Ran Lawson, please come to the podium. And then Annabelle Payton, have a seat by the door. Miss Payton, go ahead and come on in. We'll have to look for Ran. Okay. Please state your name and date of birth.
Annabelle Payton, 7/10/96.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case.
Yeah.
There are allegations that you took and used the identity of another, which is a class 4 felony, and then obstruction or not telling your true name, which is a misdemeanor.
Okay.
There's been probable cause found, so an attorney has been appointed for you, and your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
A secured appearance bond is set for you at $100.
Okay.
And pretrial supervision.
Okay.
So that means you're going to get an envelope that has information, and you need to contact them.
Okay.
They're going to help you get to your next hearing if you get bonded out.
Okay.
make sure that you do not have contact with the alleged victims or complainants. Even if they initiate contact with you, don't take their call.
Okay.
Before that next hearing, because that's the court's orders that there's no contact.
Okay.
Okay, all that's
good.
on your paperwork.
Okay.
Please step to your left.
All right, guys, have a good 4th of July. I'm out of here. And with that, I'm out.
Officers, do you know if Ran Lawson is available?
Yes, she's in the blue chair. She was
Oh,
late.
okay, no problem. Ran Lawson, please come to the podium.
Sorry, Your Honor, just got it.
No, it is, I totally understand. Today is unique. So, please state your name and date of birth.
Ron Lawson, 7/16/81.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. They are Superior Court probation violation warrants. And let me just go through them one at a time. The first one is for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So you didn't keep them up to date with your address and
Right.
you didn't contact them like you should have. The first bond is set at secured $250. The second bond is set at $100. And the third bond is set at $100. So you have a total bond of $450 secured today. An attorney has been appointed for you to go with you to your hearings. Your first hearing, it looks like they're all set for July 11th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. All of this will be on your paperwork. If you get out, make sure to call your probation officer right away and go to your hearings. Please step to your left. Jonathan Ryan, please come to the podium. After that, Robert Cortina. State your name and date of birth.
Jonathan Ryan, 10/5/79.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that that there was some theft, which is a Class 3 felony, tampering with evidence, a Class 6 felony, and then interfering with a crime scene investigation, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause, and so an attorney has been appointed for you. Your next hearing date will be July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is bond set. It's $100 secured, and if you do make that bond, make sure to keep the court updated with your address and make sure to go to your hearing. All of this will be on your paperwork.
Thank
Please
you.
step to your left. Robert Cortina, please come to the podium. And after that, Tiffany Martinez Church. Have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Robert B. Cortina Jr., 12/18/1981.
So I see that you're in the orange. Are you currently in custody of DOC?
No, my clothes are just,
Okay, as long as that's a no. All right.
yeah.
Sometimes I don't know that people have been transferred from DOC, and so I just had to ask. You're here today on 2 separate matters.
Okay.
One is a municipal court warrant. It is for misdemeanors, including disorderly conduct, threatening and intimidation, as well as causing fear of physical injury. Because these are misdemeanors, this court is not allowed to appoint counsel. However, you may hire your own, and the hearing for this will be at the El Mirage Municipal Court.
Okay.
It will be on July 27th,
Okay.
22nd at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Your other warrant is also a municipal court warrant. It's also from El Mirage, and it's for an assault with intention to injure, Class 3 misdemeanor. Again, this court can't appoint an attorney for you because of the nature of the charge.
Okay.
So it is this court's inclination to release you on your own recognizance.
Okay.
However, there are conditions that are attached. So this is on your promise to appear at the hearing, but also your promise not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the victims, complainants, witnesses. Is this your residence?
No.
No. Okay. There are some orders at the very bottom that you can disregard. I wasn't sure if this was a place that you lived, and so just in case I had put some orders that you could have gone with law enforcement.
Okay.
If this is not your residence, just ignore that.
Yeah, okay.
So you are going to be released on your own recognizance. It's already almost 6 o'clock. It might take a few hours.
Okay.
Please be patient with the detention officers.
Okay.
Thank you. All this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Tiffany Martinez Church, please come to the podium, and then Martin Nolan. Please have a seat by the door.
Hello, Your Honor.
Please state your name and date of birth.
Tiffany Martinez Church, 4/24/2002.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There's allegations that you had narcotic drugs and dangerous drugs in your possession, which are both Class 4 felonies, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony.
Okay.
This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to represent you. Your hearing will be July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. This court is inclined today to release you on what's called pretrial services, which means they're going to give you an envelope and they're going to assist you to get to your hearing. So you need to contact them right away and keep your address up to date with the court. It's really important that you go to your hearing or they'll issue warrants for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all this information is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
So, thank you.
Martin Nolan, please come to the podium. Matthew Lawrence, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Christopher Nolan, August 28, 1984.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case for allegations of narcotic drug use or possession, Class 4 felony, and then paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, so an attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which is July 18th at 8:30 downtown. This court would like to release you on what's called supervised release. So they're going to give you an envelope. Those people will help you, pretrial services, to get to your trial on these charges. Make sure you attend the hearing. Also, please be patient with the detention officers today because there's a lot of people here, so it might take a few hours before you are released.
All right.
All this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
Matthew Lawrence, please come to the podium. Amori Garcia Yanez, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Matthew Lawrence, November 17th, 86.
You're here today on a municipal court warrant. And I just have to ask too, you are not in DOC custody, correct? No. Okay, just making sure.
Judge, he is doing 40 days though for baby.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. So once your 40 days are over, right, you may be released on your own recognizance. Okay, but you got to finish that out. You're here today on the municipal court warrant for criminal damage, which is a misdemeanor. So no attorney will be appointed for this type of charge. It's not one that can be appointed. Your hearing there, though, is in Peoria Municipal Court. Let me change this so that you get transported because the hearing is set for July 24th. So thank you for alerting me. I want to make sure you don't have an outstanding warrant. I'm going to put in what's called a placeholder bond of $25. Please don't pay that bond. This is so that they will transport you to Peoria Municipal Court on the day of your hearing so you can get this taken care of. Otherwise, you'll get another warrant issued. Okay, thank you. So I apologize, sir. You'll have to wait 1 or 2 minutes for the paperwork. But once you complete that time, then you'll just have that $25 bond to get you out. But this way, they'll transport you. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Amori Garcia Yanes, please come to the podium. After that, Mario Padilla, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Omri Garcia Yanes, 2/11/06.
You're here today on a justice court new case. There were allegations that you failed to obey the police, which is a Class 2 misdemeanor, and that you exceeded the posted speed, which is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Because of the nature of the charges, this court cannot appoint counsel, but you can hire your own to represent you. Your next hearing is at the South Mountain Justice Court at 9 a.m. on July 23rd. This will all be on your paperwork. This court is inclined to release you today on your own promise that you will attend that hearing. Great. All right, this is all on your paperwork. Please step to the left. Mario Padilla, please come to the podium. Please state your name and date of birth.
Mario Alberto Padilla, July 23rd, 1998.
Okay. You're here today on a new justice court case. It was alleged that you were driving on a suspended or revoked or canceled license. This is a misdemeanor, so this court doesn't have authority to appoint an attorney for you. But there was probable cause, and so a hearing has been set, and that will be at the West McDowell Justice Court on July 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon. This court would like to release you today on your promise to attend that hearing. Okay,
Yes.
There are other conditions of your release. They'll all be printed on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Did we have a translator one?
No, he's just a house call.
Okay.
He was unable to function.
Okay, thank you. So it has been reported that Julio Cesar Herrera is unable to function, which would impair the safety of court staff and himself possibly. So we will go back and visit him there. His birthday is 7/23/1991, and this was number 6 on the calendar. It's a new Superior Court case. It was aggravated assault, Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause and appointed an attorney for his next hearing, which is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. Secured appearance bond is set at $20,000. If he makes that bond, he would be required to have PSA supervision, including electronic monitoring, installed prior to release with PSA setting the curfew. Also, he's not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants. If that scene of his alleged crime was his residence, I have included civil standby language at the bottom of the order so that he may retrieve his belongings. If there are any changes to this order, it is not my intention to revisit this recording, but those changes will be reflected in the written order. At this time, the 5 p.m. calendar is in recess until 8 p.m. Seated.
You can get paperwork, but usually there's no paperwork.
Please be seated.
Talk to the person, in fact, like, hey, can I get paid? Did it pay? Something saying that they paid it. Come on in. Where was it? Where was it?
Go to the hallway. You're gonna be there now.
We have no time.
At this time. They may show up.
Okay, and we're all ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. This is the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar for July 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you heard in the admonition that was played for you before this hearing, this is being live streamed as well as recorded. The purpose of this hearing is for you to hear about the allegations against you, whether an attorney will be appointed for you when your next hearing date is, and what the release conditions may be offered. I'll call for the first person to come stand at the podium, and then I'll call the second person's name to sit in the chair by the door. Will Carolyn Garbett please come to the podium? Christopher Orlando, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Carolyn Garbett, 2182.
You're here today on an out-of-county warrant.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Pima County?
Pinal County.
You're right, Pinal County.
Mm-hmm.
They have asked to hold you no bond because it was a violation of your probation.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have an attorney appointed for you at the next hearing there. I can't appoint one for you here.
Okay.
And it is going to be July 9th at 8:30 a.m. MCSO will transport you there.
Okay.
All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
We'll get you some paperwork right now, okay?
Christopher Orlando, please come to the podium. George Woods, have a seat next to the door. State your name and date of birth.
Christopher Paul Orlando, 2/26/1970.
You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. Some of the allegations in that warrant include fraudulent schemes, such as a Class 2 felony theft, Class 2 felony conspiracy, Class 2 felony money laundering, Class 3 felony trafficking and stolen property, Class 3 felony illegal conducting of an enterprise, Class 3 felony, and organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony. The grand jury found probable cause, so we're going to appoint an attorney to represent you at your next hearing, which is on July 11th at 8:30 in the morning. This court is going to affirm the grand jury warrant, which is $30,000 secured. This information will all be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. George Woods, please come to the podium. Jonathan Ibarra Ontiveros, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
George Woods, November 13th, 1991.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you committed aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a Class 2 felony. This court found probable cause and appointed an attorney for you at your next hearing, which will be July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is secured bond available to you, so that means you can use a bail bondsman. Due to the nature of the allegations and the strength of the evidence resulting in a likely conviction, that bond is set at $25,000. If you do make that bond, you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, complainants, witnesses. So do not return to 1801 East Gentilly Lane, Suite B16 in Tempe. All of this information is on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Jonathan Ibarra Ontiveros, please come to the podium. Alejandro Regosa, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jonathan Ibarron Tiveros, July 7, 2003.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It has been alleged that you had narcotic drug possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony, as well as a DUI, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor, possibly with drugs, possibly with liquor. An attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which is downtown on July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a cash-only appearance bond set at $25,000. This is due to the nature of the allegations and the strength of the evidence resulting in a likely conviction. All of this information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Alejandro Regoza, please come to the podium. Dominica Goff, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Alejandro Regoza, 7/25/87.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It was alleged that you had narcotic and dangerous drugs for sale, which is a Class 2 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony, and possession of a weapon in the use of a drug offense, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and so appointed an attorney for you for your next hearing, which is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. This is a secured appearance bond that's available to you at $25,000, and that's because you're currently on community supervision through the DOC for conduct involving a weapon. If you do make that bond, you are not to possess any weapons, and that includes things like simulated weapons, BB guns, pellet guns, any type of replica of deadly weapons. There are other conditions of your release as well. They're all listed on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Dominica Goff, please come to the podium. Richard Lona, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Dominica Goff, 7/4/94.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There are allegations that you had dangerous and narcotic drugs for possession or sale, and that's a Class 4 felony. Also drug paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, so an attorney has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond of $10,000 has been set. That means you can use a bail bondsman. If you do make that bond, make sure to go to your hearings and keep the court updated with your address. All of this information will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Richard Lona, please come to the podium. Fidel Carino Munoz, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
8/20/1962.
Thank you. Little technology issue. You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There were allegations that you had dangerous drugs in your possession for sale, which is a Class 2 felony, as well as narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony. Also that you were transporting dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, and then drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. This court did find that there was probable cause and has appointed an attorney to represent you in these charges, or they're not charges yet, they're allegations. Your next hearing will be on July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. You are bailable as a matter of right, and a secured appearance bond is set for you at $50,000. If you make that bond, make sure to go to your hearing and make sure to keep the court updated with your address.
So could I go through a bail bondsman?
Yes, you may.
5,000?
I'm not sure what the terms are, but you can find out.
Okay.
All this information is on your paperwork.
Okay.
Fidel Carino Munoz, please come to the podium. Fabian Llewellyn, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
My name is Fidel Jr. Carreño Munoz. My date of birth is 8/12/2002.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There have been allegations that you fled from police unlawfully, which is a Class 5 felony, and that you resisted arrest, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause, and so an attorney was appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 downtown, and there is a secured appearance bond set at $5,000. That means you can use a bail bondsman. If you do make bond, make sure to keep the court updated with your address and go to your hearing. All of this is on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Can I speak?
Yes, you may.
I believe I was falsely accused of the taking off unlawful flight. I was never given a test I was never given a DUI test or anything. My car had already spun out by the time the cop was behind me, turning his lights, and I stood out. I got out of the car, waited to be tested. You know, I was waiting to get my ticket for the crash or whatever. My wife was there as well, and the initial officer waited for me. He said just wait there for a second, waited for the other officer to come, and they immediately started tackling me to the ground. Which is, I can see why the resistance is there, but at the end of the day, I've already had a charge for unlawful flight. I did probation and all that, jail time for that already. I had no intention whatsoever of running away from that.
Okay. These are all arguments that you can make at your next hearing with that judge. Okay. But also, I would definitely advise you to speak with your attorney who has been appointed to assist you in that defense.
And that attorney is going to be on the paperwork? I appreciate it.
Fabian Llewellyn, please come to the podium. Carlos Bedoya, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Fabian Llewellyn, 8/2/2001.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. The first one is a new Superior Court case where it's been alleged that you were part of intent to shoplift, which is a Class 4 felony, as well as organized retail theft, Class 4 felony, and then shoplifting removal of goods, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. So this court did find probable cause for those felonies, and an attorney has been appointed to assist you at your hearing on July 10th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. A secured appearance bond has been set for you at $2,500 in this new case. If you are able to make that bond, do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any of the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants, officers. Do not go to any targets. Just don't go to any targets at all. The other 2 cases are probation violation warrants. Because you were on probation, term 1 of your probation is not to violate your probation term by having any new allegations of criminal activity.
Yeah.
So on both of those, I have set a $50 bond as a term 1 violation bond. So just in case you are not able to bond out of your new case, then the sheriff will take you to your hearings on those, so you won't miss your hearing.
All right.
So you have 3 total. Okay, it's all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Carlos Bedoya, please come to the podium. After that, Brandon Gibbs, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Carlos Daniel Bedoya, 1784.
You're here today on 4 matters. The first one is a new Superior Court case where there's allegations of dangerous drug possession or use, which is a Class 4 felony, and resisting arrest, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause. Let me see. I need to reprint this one. I apologize. An attorney will be appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. On this new case, there is a secured appearance bond of $50, and I'll explain why. On your other cases, they are Superior Court probation violation warrants, and those warrants had amounts already in them that this court will affirm. So just to make sure you get to the hearing on your first case, there's a $50 bond. Because if there's a bond, you'll get credit and you'll get transportation. So on your first Superior Court probation violation warrant, which is for violating terms 6 and 5, there is a $500 secure bond. On your second probation violation warrant is for violating terms 6, 7, and 15A. It's a $2,500 bond. And then for your last probation violation warrant, there's a $250 bond for violating terms 6 and 7. All of these have a hearing date set of July 11th at 8:30 in the morning. So all your probation violation warrant bond hearings will be then. And then your new case, the hearing is actually the day before July 10th. So because of my concern for you that you might not make it there if you're still here on those other bonds, that's why I put that $50. All of this is on your paperwork. If you do bond out, please be sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. And then look at that paperwork and make sure you go to each hearing that's listed or they'll issue new warrants.
Definitely.
Okay, please step to your left.
One question. There's no hold on this? There's no, just a $50 hold?
So you have 4 separate cases, and I believe the total amount, I had added it up before, I think it's $4,300, like, it's more than $3,000. Let's look real quick. So 500.
May I say something, Your Honor?
So it's 3,000, 1,050. Okay, it's $3,300 total secured.
Even though there's 3 different probation cells, they run it as one, but it's still they still consider it separate.
They're all individual. So if you can't pay them all and get out, don't pay just one because then you won't get transported to your hearing. Does that make sense?
So I'll be here until bond out or court. Okay.
Right.
Understand.
Okay.
We'll need to know.
Step to your left.
44, I guess.
44? Yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
Are there any others that are unsigned?
No, just that one.
Oh. Okay. Brandon Gibbs, please come to the podium. Elizabeth Best, have a seat by the door if it's available. Please state your name and date of birth.
Brandon Gibbs, 12/10/89.
You're here today on 3 separate matters. It appears that they are all Superior Court failure to appear bench warrants. The first one is a cash-only appearance bond of $500. Your hearing on that will be on July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. It looks like you already have an attorney in that case.
Which cases?
Well, let's look. This one is a status conference because you were accused of an offense based on possession of narcotic drugs and criminal trespassing. The last 4 numbers are 487. And this will be printed on your paperwork.
Because that was dropped with, for no probable cause. That's...
So when I open up the docket, it still says there's a warrant out.
Yeah, I'm confused about that too. That's the only reason I even have this situation is because...
So you have 3 total. The next one is a dangerous drug possession use warrant, failure to appear. That one's just at $50. And that's similar, I don't know if you heard me telling the other gentleman, I've put a placeholder in there for you to make sure you get transported to the hearing unless you bail out.
Okay, but those are what I'm on probation for. That's from 2020 and 21.
And there's another one for $50. So you have...
Yeah, I'm confused as to how I'm getting all...
Because you haven't appeared. According to the docket, you failed to appear to your hearing. And when you fail
I haven't caught any dangerous drug charges or any of that. It's all from 2020 and 21.
So there are hearings going on that you have not appeared for.
I didn't know about.
Okay. So there's a bench warrant out for you because you failed to appear for these hearings, and one of them's for $500, the other two are at $50. If you go to these hearings, you can clear up whatever is outstanding. So if you bail out, make sure to contact your probation officer right away within 72 hours and find out what's going on. If you don't bail out, they will take you to these hearings. Okay? This is all on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Elizabeth Best, please come to the podium. Fabiola Martinez, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Elizabeth Best, 4/24 of 89.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There have been allegations of aggravated DUI, which is a Class 4 felony, taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, and then you have aggravated DUI with passengers under the age of 15, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and has appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next hearing is downtown on July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you in what's called pretrial services.
Okay.
So that means you'll be under supervised release. So in cases like this, sometimes you need to show that you can go for a period of time without using alcohol. So I've also ordered pretrial services to randomly test you for alcohol no less than weekly until the next hearing so that you can build a record that you are not using alcohol. Okay. Make sure you go to your hearing and follow the rest of the release order conditions.
Okay. Thank
Please
you.
step to your left. Fabiola Martinez, please come to the podium. And then Melissa Killian, have a seat by the door.
Hello, Your Honor.
Please state your name and date of birth.
Fabiola Sofia Martinez. My date of birth is April 24, 1988.
You're here on two issues today. The first one is a Superior Court probation violation warrant, and so is the second. It appears that you have a warrant where it says you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 7 of your probation. So the bond amount is set at $100. There'll be a hearing on this on July 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and I have appointed an attorney to represent you at that hearing. The second matter, it's the same terms, 3, 4, 5, and 7 that were violated, July 11th, 8:30, and you should have an existing attorney in that one when I looked up your case, but if not, it's the same place, so the same attorney could help you. If you do bond out, so it's $200 secured, make sure to contact your probation officer within 72 hours.
Okay.
So they really need to hear from you, otherwise there will be more warrants. Make sure to go to your hearing.
I had a question because I actually just finished rehab, and I actually did my graduation back in June. So I know that my probation officer went to see me because I had a stalker, and he's been, acting like he's been mean or whatever. So right before this happened, I did ask my probation, because I have 2 probations, I believe, obviously. She said I only had 1. So that's why I went to rehab and everything. So I didn't even know that I had 2 probation.
So definitely take this paperwork with you to court and make sure that you have the opportunity to talk to the judge on both cases.
Okay.
It will have your case numbers right there on the paperwork and get it cleared up so that you don't keep getting probation violations on 2 separate if you only have 1.
Okay.
But right now, I see 2 cases.
Okay.
And those will be on your paperwork, so make sure you keep hold of that.
Okay, ma'am. And will the terms be on my paperwork?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stop.
Please step to your left. Thank you.
Thank you.
Melissa Killian, please come to the podium. Dimas Hernandez, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Melissa Killian, 2/26/75.
You're here today on a Superior Court failure to appear warrant. There were charges from 2021 for narcotic drug possession use, paraphernalia, and then DUI with either drugs or metabolites. So it's a Class 4 felony, Class 6 felony, and a Class 1 misdemeanor. You did not appear at your status conference, and so a bond or a warrant was issued for you. This court is going to affirm that bond. It's $500. And I would like to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm sorry, this one will need to be reprinted. Okay. All right. So I've appointed an attorney to represent you at that hearing. I apologize for the delay. Do not have any contact with the arresting officers or drive without a valid license. Also, until the hearing on July 10th, do not consume any alcohol. All of this will be printed on your paperwork, including the location and time. Okay.
Okay.
And it'll just take a moment. So yeah, if you'll step to your left, they'll bring it to you when it's printed. Dimas Hernandez, please come to the podium. Luis Rascon Constantino, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Dimas Miguel Hernandez Moreno,
And your date of birth.
11/18/94.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It's been alleged that you committed burglary, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause, so an attorney has been appointed for you at your next hearing, which is July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you on what's called supervised release. That means they'll give you an envelope that has paperwork inside, including a bus ticket, and you need to contact them, and they will help you get to your hearing. It's very important that you go to your hearing.
Appreciate it.
All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
Luis Rascon Constantino, please come to the podium. Randall Cooey, please have a seat by the door. Were you able to print off?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Luis Rascon Constantino.
Locate that one.
Okay, then we'll move on to Randall Cooey. Please come to the podium. State your name and date of birth.
Randall Cooey, January 18th, 1999.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There have been allegations of unlawful flight from the law enforcement, which is a Class 5 felony, disorderly conduct, reckless driving, and assault, which caused fear of physical injury. Those are all misdemeanors. Because of that felony, and there has been probable cause, an attorney is appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be July 18th at 8:30 in the morning downtown. The address will all be on your paperwork.
Okay.
This court is inclined to release you on what's called supervised release and include an ankle monitoring device. So that would be installed prior to your release, and they will set up a curfew for you, not only of times, but of location, so geographic curfew. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with the alleged victim, witness, complainant, or the arresting officers. Do you live at that address?
Your Honor, I was unaware of that. It's my girlfriend, that she was a victim in nature, or that an assault transpired or anything like that.
So that's what's been reported today, and there is probable cause for those allegations.
Okay.
So if that is your normal residence, I've included on this order what's called a civil standby. That's where you can call the law enforcement in your area and ask them to escort you there for one time to collect necessary belongings. You'll need to provide proof of a new address prior or at your next hearing. Now, if she does not decide to pursue charges, then that means you can talk about that at the next hearing with the judge. There should not be any contact, even if she calls you, if she initiates, don't answer the phone, because that would be contact and that would be violating a court order.
Okay.
Okay. So all of this is written into your paperwork. Please be sure to follow all the orders of the court today. Because you don't have criminal history or prior charges, you are being released with this ankle monitor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please step to your left. Jacob O'Connell, please come to the podium. And did we find Louise?
Yes, so she's actually a house call.
Okay, not a problem. I'll just move him down. Okay. Thank you for waiting. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jacob Michael O'Connell, December 2nd, 1996.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There's allegations of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a Class 3 felony. This court did find probable cause and appoint an attorney to represent you at your next hearing, which is July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. This court would like to release you on what's called supervised release. Included in that is alcohol testing and monitoring. If you're released today, you are not to initiate any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants, or arresting officers. Also, do not possess or consume any alcohol until your next court date. There are other conditions on your release, including if a protective order is issued against you, you must comply with that protective order. Okay, all of that is on your paperwork.
May I address the court, please?
Yes.
My job requires me to travel weekly out of state. Can I get released to be able to do my job?
To go out of state?
I travel weekly for my job.
So I looked at your financial summary, and it says you're a training specialist.
I travel to dealerships weekly to train them on the new software that we implement for them.
I think if you explain this to pretrial, they will be able to add that in, but let me double check. Could you call Commissioner Hussey on the phone and have her take over to me? Thank you. If you could just have a seat, I'm going to double check on that. So I have a person here who needs to travel for his work, and was going to release him under supervised release. Would they be able to set boundaries, or do I need to do that down with the restrictions?
Always, email alone.
Right.
Team. Who's team?
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm recalling Jacob Michael O'Connor. Please come back to the courtroom. All right, so you have a very unique situation. Because you're asking to travel regularly outside of the state, that would normally be up to the next judge who's going to hear your case, because this is a pending felony. Right now, because I was going to release you on what's called supervised release, your out of custody court hearing would not be until July 18th. What we can do instead is I can set bond at $50. That will move your court hearing to July 10th. And then you can ask a court at that point to allow you to leave the state.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to change this. And I'm setting the bond for $50. I'm still asking for pretrial services and alcohol testing and monitoring, so those conditions stay the same. But now your hearing will be on July 10th at 8:30 in the morning instead.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. And she'll just need to reprint that.
Okay.
So if you'll have a seat, they'll bring you out the new paperwork.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Vivian Armstrong, please come to the podium. Jose Placencia, have a seat by the door.
Good morning.
Please state your name and date of birth.
I'm Vivian Emily Armstrong. Date of birth is 11/20/76.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There have been allegations of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and then drug paraphernalia, a Class 1 misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause for the felony, and so an attorney is appointed for you. Your next hearing is July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. That will be downtown. This court would like to release you today on your own promise to go to that hearing, but please be sure not to go back to the alleged scene of the crime or have contact with any of the victims, witnesses, complainants. If an order of harassment or an order of protection is issued against you, if you think there might even be one, but nobody's told you yet, don't have contact with them, okay? If you don't want to violate that. All of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to your left. Jose Placencia, please come to the podium. After that, Nathaniel McElhenney, please have a seat by the door. State your name and date of birth.
Yeah, hi, my name is Jose Antonio Ramirez Placencia. My birthday is March 27th, 83.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case and also a probation violation warrant. So in your new case, it's alleged that you had dangerous drugs, possession for use, and narcotic drug possession for use, which are both Class 4 felonies, as well as the paraphernalia, which is a Class 6 felony. There was probable cause, so a Maricopa County Public Defender has been appointed for you for your next hearing, which will be on July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. On your second case, which is your probation violation warrant, that one is a Term 1 probation violation. So Term 1 of your probation is that you won't commit any new criminal activity.
Yeah, it was an accident, Your Honor. I made a bad judgment and I relapsed.
Yeah. So I did read through your notes and I saw that you were trying and that you've been really compliant.
I have, and it was between, I dropped the UA and I was worried if I was going to drop it. It was dirty and
yeah.
So
today I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Thank you,
That's on your promise to go to court. But because you're on probation, you need to call your probation officer right away when you get released.
As soon as I get home, I'm calling her.
Okay, because I know it says 72 hours, but people...
Yeah, no, I'm calling her as soon as I get there, even if it's 1 in the morning. I don't care, I'm calling her.
Okay.
I will.
All this will be on your paperwork. Make sure you go to your hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please step to your left. Nathaniel McElhenney, please come to the podium. Please state your name and date of birth.
Nathaniel McElhenney, 2/15/88.
Okay. You're here today on a new Superior Court case. There have been allegations that you had both narcotic and dangerous drug possession, and then also drug paraphernalia. And I messed this up, so I'm going to edit it. One moment, please. This court did not find probable cause for the dangerous and narcotic drug possession, but did for the drug paraphernalia. That does not mean the cases are dismissed, but it does mean that your release conditions today are going to be on your promise to go to your hearing. An attorney has been appointed for you, and your hearing is July 18th at 8:30 in the morning, and you need to promise to go to your hearing and actually go, right? Because
When is it?
otherwise, they're going to send a warrant for you.
What day is it?
It is July 18th at 8:30 in the
Okay.
morning. It'll be written on your paperwork.
Thank you. Now, what did you mean about the other two, you didn't find probable
You
cause?
had 3 allegations. 2 were for possession, narcotics, and dangerous drug. I did not find probable cause, but the county attorneys might still introduce new evidence or new charges.
Okay,
But
okay.
the third one, the paraphernalia, there is probable cause.
Yes, I understand.
So you have a hearing that you need to go to.
Thank you.
Okay, please step to your left. Alice Aguirre, please come to the podium. Jezere Frazier, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Alice Aguirre, September 1st, 1986.
You're here today on a municipal court warrant, and it's for criminal trespassing, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. This court is not able to appoint an attorney for you for misdemeanor, so you can hire one on your own or represent yourself. Your next hearing is at the El Mirage Municipal Court. It'll be on July 22nd at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
I've included their phone number for you on the paperwork as well.
Okay.
This court today would like to release you on your promise to go to that hearing, but you need to make sure not to go back to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any of the alleged victims, complainants, witnesses, and you need to make sure to follow any order of protection or order of harassment that might be issued against you.
Okay.
So if you even suspect someone is going to file for an order, don't have contact with them.
Okay.
Wait until your next court hearing and get this cleared up. All of this will be on your paperwork. Please
Thank you, I
step.
appreciate it.
Jezere Frazier, please come to the podium. After that, James Young, have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Jezere Frazier, September 1st, 1992.
You're here today on a justice court warrant. There are allegations of you driving on a suspended or revoked license, as well as failing to appear. Those are misdemeanor charges, so this court cannot appoint an attorney for you, but you can hire your own to represent you. Your next hearing is in the Arrowhead Justice Court on July 22nd at 2 p.m. This will all be on your paperwork. This court is inclined to release you on your promise to go to that hearing. And between now and then, you are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or consume any alcohol. So until July 22nd, no alcohol. That's a court order.
Okay, I don't drink. You're good.
All right. All of that is
I do have a question though. If, like all of the tickets and stuff like that, I had already paid those off like a while ago. Should I just like bring that stuff with me to court? Okay.
So I cannot provide you any legal advice.
Okay.
But I highly recommend that you are prepared and that you attend your hearing and speak with the judge.
Okay. Thank you.
James Young, please come to the podium. Quinn Viola, have a seat by the door. Please stay, no, the podium's behind you. Right behind you.
Over here, guys. You're gonna stand behind the podium here, okay? You're gonna turn around and face her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That way the microphone will pick up your voice.
Okay.
Please state your name and date of birth.
James Young, 11/5/69.
You're here today on a municipal court case. It's for drug paraphernalia, which is a misdemeanor. This court does not have authority to appoint an attorney for you, so you can hire one on your own or represent yourself. Your next hearing is in Peoria Municipal Court. It's on July 24th at 9 a.m. This court would like to release you today on your promise that you will go to that hearing in Peoria. Okay, all of this will be on your paperwork. Please step to the left. Quinn Viola, please come to the podium. Moises Jimenez, please have a seat by the door. Please state your name and date of birth.
Quinn Michael Viola, 0525-1994.
You're here today on a new Superior Court case. It appears that you were resisting arrest, which risks physical injury, which is a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and so appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next hearing is July 18th at 8:30 in the morning. Let me just check one thing. Okay, yep. This court would like to release you today on your promise that you will go to that hearing.
Yes, ma'am.
You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription or consume any alcohol until that hearing.
Until the 18th?
July 18th. So unfortunately, because, so we're releasing you on your own recognizance. If you think you need assistance with that, we could order pretrial services with alcohol monitoring.
I'm okay. I know not to drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Because that is a service we can do for you.
I'm okay.
Okay. So make sure you go to your hearing and no alcohol or drugs before you go.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please step to your left.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Moises Jimenez, please come to the podium. Luis, oh no, okay. I know where he is at. Please state your name and date of birth.
Moises Jimenez, July 12, 1994.
You're here today on a new municipal court case. It appears that you were driving without a license, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Correct.
Because it's a misdemeanor, this court cannot assign you an attorney, but you can hire one to represent yourself.
Okay.
Your next hearing is in Goodyear Municipal Court on July 23rd at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Because this court would like to release you on your promise to attend that hearing, I've included the phone number for that court to make sure you get a hold of them and figure out how to get there.
Will do.
Between now and then, do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive without a valid license.
I will get that handled. I will get that back reinstated how it's supposed to be.
All right. All of that's on your paperwork. Please step to
Thank you,
your
Your
left.
Honor.
The following individuals are not able to be in the courtroom today because of threat to themselves or others. The first of which is Luis Rascon Constantino, date of birth 3/13/1998. It is a justice court case about driving. No, that's the one I just did. I apologize. The first one is item 55 on the calendar, Justin Yeager, date of birth 4/15/1989. New Superior Court case. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, Class 3 felony. An attorney has been appointed. His next hearing is July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. A secured appearance bond of $10,000 is set, along with the conditions of not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with victims, witnesses, complainants, as well as other standard conditions. The next individual who will be visited, house or cell side, is Brian Irby, number 56. Date of birth 12/24/1981, new Superior Court case with allegations of aggravated assault, Class 3 felony. An attorney is appointed for them for their next hearing July 10th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a secured appearance bond set at $25,000 because Mr. Irby has 3 prior convictions for aggravated assault. There are conditions set for his release, including no weapons or simulated weapons such as BB guns, pellet guns, replicas, or deadly weapons. The last individual who will be seen house side because of imminent danger is Daniel Garcia, date of birth 6/16/1989. This is a municipal court case alleging disobedience or disobeying resisting orders. This is the resisting the order of the court, Class 1 misdemeanor. Mr. Garcia did not follow a protective order. So no attorney is appointed for him because it is a misdemeanor, and he is going to be released on his own recognizance, but with extensive conditions and restrictions of release, which include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or contact with the victim or victims. It's this court's understanding these victims are family members and that they have a protective order that was issued, and so they will need to resend that before he is able to have contact with him. Included in this order is not to return to the 16031 West Jefferson Street address in Goodyear. All of these orders should be final. If there are any changes made, it is not my intention to revisit this recording, but instead make the changes to the written orders. That will be the final document. At this time, the 8 p.m. calendar for the initial appearance hearing is finished and will be in recess until 11 p.m.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to a brand new episode of You Have a Collect Call Front. All right. Let's see right now. See what kind of cases we're going to be having today for the 4th of July. Oh, you guys can't even see. Gotta switch up the camera. There we go. There we go. Hey, thank you for that, Kirsten. Highly appreciate that. Highly appreciate that. I see DUI, laughing out loud. What's up, Alexis? And oh, look who we got here. Who is this? Gracias. ¿Qué quieres que haga con esto? Hey, what's up, Maui? What's up, Yellow? Okay. Damn, there's a lot of fireworks out there right now, still. Yeah, they gotta go to sleep. What are they still doing up? Hey, what up, Renee? I think like this is better. I don't think it's gonna. No, it's not strong enough. Maybe they put glue. I think they put glue. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oh, I think this is better, like right here. Like that. Ashley? What the what? Oh, Ashley is here too. How do you know that? What the? Oh, shit, you're right. How can I miss that shit? That's right there. Ashley Stins and Sheen Gators. Your Honor. The state has to object. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. Let's see how this plays out today for this 4th of July, if you will. Michelle. Man, I gotta stop messing with Ashley, man. They're gonna try to get me for bullying charges for being a bully. Hey, what up, Sabrina? 84841. Let me see, Maui. Oh, your fireworks are still going off. Yeah, it's nonstop. Non-stop. I should put a microphone outside so you guys could hear the fireworks going off. You know what I'm saying? If you will. Hopefully everybody's doing good today. Hey, Monica G, thank you. Highly appreciate that daily heart. Highly appreciate you guys. How was everybody's holiday? For those of you that are in the U.S., for those of you that are not in the U.S., how was your day? Because for you guys, it was just another regular old day. No. Hey, Shannon, thank you. Highly appreciate that. Highly appreciate that. And Monica G, once again, highly appreciate you. Man, I did a whole lot of nothing today. I ate two grilled burgers. Oh, no, I can't hear my daughter screaming. Let me see. It went well for us. Only misfire that tipped sideways. What up, D-Man? Hey, happy 4th of July. Let me see. 1 a.m. by me, and it's still going off. Hell yeah, that's right, Kirsten. That's the way to do it. Let me see. I didn't do much. Stayed in with the dogs so they wouldn't freak out. My daughter was freaking out though. My daughter doesn't like loud noises. So I was telling my wife I'm gonna buy her some earmuffs because she doesn't like being around loud noises, and there was a lot of them today. So she was freaking out. So gotta invest in some earmuffs. Let me see. You still travel the world? Sometimes, you know. As a matter of fact, we got a trip coming up next month, so we'll be dropping some videos. You know, with some traveling. We're gonna be heading back to Central America. My niece is the same way. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wish I could do way more traveling than we do now. We normally head out maybe once or twice a year. My niece is the same way, right? It's Jazz 99. So, but yeah, I wish I could spend more of my time traveling and whatnot.
All rise.
All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Very hot here in Ohio. Whoa, yellow. Hey, thank you, D-Man. Hey, what's up, Tiffany? How's it going today?
Good evening. This is the time set for the 11 p.m. calendar on July 4th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair outside of this room. I'll let you know what you are here for, if I have appointed an attorney, if you have a bond, and what your release conditions are. If we can start with Shane Silva to the podium, and Joshua Muriato to the chair.
You're welcome. Gracias. Hey, what up? No face. Hola. Good morning, James.
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
What up,
Shane Charles Silva, 17-1983.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on an out-of-county warrant coming from Pinal County Superior Court. It does look like you are here on a probation violation, and the warrant issued March 14th, 2025. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have an arraignment hearing on July 9th at 8:30. That is in the Pinal County Superior Court. They will extradite you to that county for your hearing, and they are holding you non-bondable on this case. All of this information will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Now, is there a time when they're going to come pick me up?
I don't know specifically, now that you've had your hearing, if you don't have any other cases that you're being held for in any municipal courts, they should let Pinal County know that you're ready to be picked up.
Okay.
Okay?
All right,
Thank you, sir. Joshua to the podium and Martin to the chair. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Josh Murata, June 9, 2004.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony, and 1 count of carrying a weapon on school grounds, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have some hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse on 175 West Madison Street. You'll have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. It does look like the county attorney wants to appear on this case. One moment. Ms. Stetson, did you want to put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. And were you able to hear what I've said so far, Ms. Stetson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And was there anything you needed to add before I continued with his release conditions?
Your Honor, the state is purely appearing to request that the Form 4 be sealed. There is a minor victim named in the Form 4, so for those reasons, the state is requesting that the Form 4 be sealed.
Thank you, counsel, and I will seal the Form 4. And so, sir, let me just go back to what I was saying. You will have a bond, a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you may not possess any weapons. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Do you pay 10% of that, or how does it work?
If you use a bail bonding company, which yours is secured, meaning you can contact them, it's typically 10% plus collateral.
And am I doing time? What's the time?
So right now, you're not being found guilty of anything. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You'll meet with that attorney on your hearing on July 10th. If you don't post bond between now and July 10th, you'll remain in custody, and then you can speak to your attorney about how you want to move forward with this case.
So I'm good to go today?
Yeah, only if you post a bond of $50,000. If you don't post bond, then you'll remain in custody until at least your next hearing on July 10th. Anything else, sir?
I didn't catch what he
Okay,
did.
just step to your left. They'll give you that
I was in the
paperwork.
middle of a crisis. Hey, what up?
Am I missing the field?
I saw a few people. Ashley, Kimberly.
I can fill the form for us.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so just, do I need to do anything else?
Reese's Grady's. What up, man? Where you been?
All right, Ms. Stetson, and are you appearing on any other case this evening?
Hopefully not.
I am not, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah.
All right, feel free to disconnect
Pew
at
pew
your
on our
convenience.
school's grounds?
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have Martin to the podium and Daniel McCloskey to the chair? Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Martin Arias, it'll be September 10th, 2002.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of disorderly conduct involving a weapon or an instrument, a Class 6 felony, one count of discharging a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony, and an additional count of discharging a firearm in city limits, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release you need to comply with. It does include no contacting any alleged complainant, victim, or witness. You may not possess any weapons or alcohol. All of that information will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you step to your left, sir, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Daniel to the podium. Ryan Cribbs to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Daniel McCloskey, August 8th, 1997.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, and one count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. If you post that bond, you will have written conditions of release. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that may be issued against you. If you live with any of the alleged victims, then you are not to return to that residence. However, you can contact law enforcement for one civil standby to pick up any personal belongings that you may need, but do not return to that residence without police being there for a standby to pick up that stuff, okay? Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Hey, thank you.
Ryan to the podium and Christopher Joseph to the chair. Good evening, could I get your name and date of birth?
Ryan Cribbs, 53079.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It is for one count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You have a secured appearance bond of $25,000. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You must obey the terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that is issued against you. If you reside with the alleged victim, you are not to return to that location. You can contact law enforcement for one civil standby to pick up any personal belongings you may have. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, sir? Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork.
Hey, is there any day
Christopher to the podium
that
and
you guys
Lindsay
set off
Begay to
fireworks
the chair.
in Canada? Is there like a Canadian Independence Day or something? I don't know anything. That's what I'm asking.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Christopher Joseph.
Yeah, bro, July
10/30/85.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you related to pending DUI charge. I'll affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you, and you're going to have a status conference July 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Courthouse on Jefferson Street. You have a cash bond of $4,000. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not possessing or consuming any alcohol. You'll need to ensure you attend that hearing on July 14th. If you fail to appear, another warrant will issue and you'll forfeit any bond that you have posted on this case. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Okay, you said $4,000 cash?
Correct.
Okay, and if I do post the bond, would the court date be a different date or be the same date?
The court date will remain the same on July 14th.
Okay.
And that date will be in your paperwork, so make sure you attend that, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you for that daily heart, Jennifer. Highly appreciate you. And Lloyd, thank you for that gifter badge. Happy Friday. Oh yeah, hey, thank you, Jennifer, once again. You did time, brother? Hell nah. I've never been to prison, if that's what you're asking. But you know, I've been through the halls and through county.
See if that fixed it.
I never did any real time, if you will. Let me see. I heard that.
It worked. Okay, thank you.
You can.
All right, can I have Lindsay Begay to the podium and Elliot Gonzalez Sanchez to the chair?
I have 2 teen girls. Hey, that's what's up.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Lindsay Athena Begay, 12885.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You have a second case on the calendar, and that is a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of July 17th, 2024. It includes 1 count of narcotic drug possession, 1 count of dangerous drug possession, both Class 4 felonies, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I'm going to appoint counsel in this case as well. For your new charges, as well as the direct complaint, you're going to have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You're also on probation, and a warrant was issued with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So I'll appoint counsel, and you'll have a probation revocation hearing on July 11th at 8:30. So you have a total of 3 different hearings coming up on your 3 cases. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in your probation case, $50 in the direct complaint, and $2,200 on your new charges for a total bond of $2,500. If you post bonds, you will have written conditions of release you need to comply with. It will include no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. You may not possess any weapons or alcohol, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Okay, just step to your left, ma'am. They'll give you that paperwork. Elliot to the podium, and Denisa to the chair.
Damn, $1,000 ticket, man. Times is rough out here right now. For $1,000, that's a lot
Good
of
evening.
money.
Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Elliot Gonzalez, 04/24/1998.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of aggravated DUI with a license that was previously suspended for a DUI, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Courthouse.
Okay.
You have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If that bond is posted, you'll be released to the supervision of pretrial services, and you will undergo alcohol, drug testing, and monitoring.
Mandatory
You will have
flush.
written conditions of release as well. It is going to include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription. You may not possess or consume alcohol, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of this information will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Not at this moment.
All right, thank you, sir. Just step
Thank
to
you,
your
Your
left. They'll give you that paperwork.
The other boxes are empty.
Denisa to the podium, and Andres Hernandez to the
They
chair.
got it set up, messed up today. Normally, you know, they got the big screen, and then they have the other boxes on the side. So whoever set it up, they didn't.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Hey, Annie, thank you for that. You're awesome. Thank you.
10/17/89.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar here this evening. The first one is a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of June 9th, 2025 for 1 count of arson of a structure or property, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of disorderly conduct,
That's like
a
so
Class 6
1980
felony.
committing
I'm going to
arson. Who
appoint
does
an
that in
attorney and set a status
2025?
conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,000 in that case. You're also on probation. It is a term 1 violation. So I'm going to appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing July 11th at 8:30. And you have a secured appearance bond of $50 in this case. That's a total bond of $2,050 between the two cases.
Like when you do the cop cars, that's different.
Hold on, ma'am. I'll give you an opportunity to speak in just one moment. If you post bond, you'll have written conditions of release. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you must contact your probation officer within 24 hours of release. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I went to my two court dates already in the past 2 days.
Maricopa County.
So then they just page two me today, my bad.
So yeah, you were page 2'd because you have this direct complaint related to the arson with the offense date of June 9th, and then because you're being charged with the arson, it was a term 1 probation violation. So if they gave you any other hearings, you'll need to attend those, plus the 3 hearings we just discussed. Those dates will be in your paperwork the officer is about to give you. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Just step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
You know, look, hey, I will say this.
Andres Hernandez to the podium.
Setting fire to somebody's house or
Juan
dwelling
Asensio to the chair.
is different than setting fire like to a car. 2 different things going on right there.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Andres Hernandez, 11/13/60.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you related to some pending drug charges that you have. I'll affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and set a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,000. If you post bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You'll also need to ensure you attend these hearings. If you fail to appear, another warrant will issue for your arrest, and you'll forfeit any bond that you have posted. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, go step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Thank you. Juan to the podium and Luis Hurtado to the chair.
So this is the last court of the night. This is the 11 p.m. court. This is Maricopa County, and they hold court 3 times a day. Every 3 hours a day.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Juan Asensio, June 24, 2000.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case for 1 count of unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle, a Class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,500 in this case. You're also on probation. And so when you were picked up for this new offense, it is a term 1 violation. I'm going to appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing July 11th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond of $500. That's a total bond of $2,000. If you post bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
Okay, so if I post a bond, I since I'm on probation, I won't have like a hold on me or anything. Like I would be able to get out or.
What?
So are you also on federal probation?
Yeah, I'm on federal probation.
I don't have the information in front of me for your federal probation. The information I'm giving you only relates to your Maricopa County Superior Court. So it's possible that if you were to post bond that you would be held on your federal probation. I don't have that information. The officers might know if you have a federal hold, but I don't have access.
So I could ask one of them.
Yeah, they usually know if you have any other hold.
They're gonna know now because they're gonna notify his PO now.
Right.
If you should just bailed out. He should not send nothing.
To see a judge
the feds
for the federal
don't communicate with the state like that.
Case has a bond or not. I just don't have access to that information.
It was a probation violation. I'm not sure what.
Okay, so I just say it on my paperwork right now.
The paperwork you're going to get from me is going to talk about the 2 bonds we just discussed, the $1,500 and the $500. That's the Maricopa County probation and your new charges. Anything related to the federal, you would have to see a different judge for that.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, sir, they'll give you that
paperwork. That's a rookie mistake, man. Come on, you don't sit there and ask the court.
Luis to the podium and Lorenzo Ramirez to the chair.
Stop committing crimes already. You don't know what time you're on right now. Hey, thank you.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Luis Espino, May 25th, 1991.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of theft, control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You'll have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $1,500. If you post bond, you'll be released to the supervision of pretrial services, and you will undergo alcohol, drug testing, and monitoring. You also have written conditions of release. You are not to possess any weapons or alcohol, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of this information will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Hey, you know, but when I make comments like
Officers,
that,
I'm going to take a quick recess to work on a few warrants. Do you mind muting my microphone? Thank you.
when I make comments like that, that's just my criminal thinking. You know, it reverts. You know, I have those episodes from time to time. Personally, myself, I wouldn't be involved in anything like that because, I mean, I'm not on federal probation. I'm not on probation. I don't have any type of probation. So I wouldn't be involved in anything like that. But if I was, you better believe I'm not going to be asking the judge if I got a federal hold. No, thank you. That guy's dumb, laughing out loud, never speak in court. Get your lawyer. Yup, Ronnie, you know what time it is. Let me see, 20 Moonstone. Yeah. He would have got, if he would have bailed out, I'm pretty sure, I would say I'm about 90% certain that he would have made it out. Eventually they would have found out because obviously he would have ended up pleading to whatever violation he did. So how long left in the court? I'm not sure. It just started about 27 minutes ago. It started at 11 o'clock. But eventually at the end of the day, he would have got caught up anyway. So he would have caught a federal parole violation. I'm not sure how much time that carries, but it's over with. Yup. Let me see. He could have bailed out and gotten on the run. Okay, now they fixed the screen. It's about time. I'm not sure who's running this operation over there, but obviously they don't know what they're doing. Let me fix up this over here so you guys can see a little bit better. Bam! They should have just had it like this from the beginning. They got us over here making us squint our eyes. Some of you guys might have some binoculars because you guys are trying to look at these little people looking like ants. Let me see with no mute. Yeah, where's the freaking mute box at? Let me see. The court at 9 lasted. It did? Damn, that was fast. And I wanted to actually be on that one. You know what? The courts today, it's been kind of crazy. So they did the 5 a.m. They did the 8 a.m. Then I jumped on for the 11. I didn't do the 5 or the 8. I tried to do the 11, and when I jumped on, they never came on. So we ended up doing Dade County, and then they didn't even do the 2. They didn't even do the 2 o'clock one. The 2 o'clock one, they didn't start that one until past 4 p.m. And then they took a break, and then they did the 5 p.m. one, but they did it a little bit late. They didn't even start at 5. I think they started like at 5:20 or something. Then the 8 one I didn't see. I was in the middle of something.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, I apologize for that inconvenience. We will go ahead and continue our calendar.
All right, Your Honor. Just don't let it happen again, please.
And my computer's thinking.
We
Okay.
like to run a tight ship.
If I can have Lorenzo Ramirez to the podium and Irma Ship to the chair.
Ship?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Lorenzo Ramirez, September 30th, 2001.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a new case. It does include 1 count of criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have an arraignment hearing on July 9th at 8:30 in the Santan Justice Court. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you post bond, you're going to have written conditions of release. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and you may not possess or consume any alcohol. All of that information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, sir?
Yes, I'm asking if I could be released on my own recognizance due to the fact that I'm currently employed, and I missed a day today, and I have work in 3 hours.
Yeah, we all got work in 3 hours.
And I live with my grandmother who's 85.
Oh, with that.
And my father who's terminally ill.
Oh, yeah. Should have thought about that where you're out there committing crimes.
Let me have you take a seat back out there. I'll review your case further and call you back up here in just a few minutes. Thank you, sir. Irma to the podium. Gabrielle to the chair.
But come on now, like if you know you got all these responsibilities, you got to be at work in 3 hours. Your grandma's terminally ill. She's 85 years old, and you're messing up?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
It's Irma Ship, and it's 22787.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint counsel to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing July 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. Those do include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Thank you, ma'am. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Gabrielle to the podium and Kendrick Miller to the chair.
What do you guys think? Did she have teeth or she didn't have teeth? Tiffany wrote, no, she does not.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Gabriella Beverly Gamboa, 1488.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a probation.
I can't hear you.
It looks like you're here on a probation violation warrant. Can you hear me better, or do you need the headphones?
I need the headphones.
Okay, let's grab those. It'll just be 1 second, okay? They'll bring those out to you.
What up, Tonka? How's it going? Welcome back. Damn, she's short. No, pues wow. She can't hear nothing. Somebody get her the headphones. Can you move the sticker, please? Oh, this one? Hold up. There you go. I think you got your full screen might be too little. Hey, what's up, Kay Larson?
Thank you.
What'd she do?
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay.
She hasn't said nothing yet. Cause she
and do we have Miss Stetson on the line?
Who? Stinson? I thought she was gone.
I don't see her logged in, do you?
Nah, don't get Stinson back on the line.
Okay, thank you. All right, ma'am, it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15.
Not 15.
I'm going to appoint an attorney, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing on July 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release.
You didn't miss nothing.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left and hand those to the officer, they will also give you your paperwork.
What up, Taco?
Thank you, ma'am.
She came. It was brief. It was fast. It was really fast. I don't even remember the case. That's how insignificant it was. Does anybody remember when Ashley was here? Hey, what up, Liz?
Can I have Kendrick to the podium and Eric Johnson to the chair?
But then again, I got the attention span of a squirrel, so I be forgetting stuff fast.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Kendrick Miller,
Slayer.
date of birth 6/15/80.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations you violated terms 3, 5, 7, and 14. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing July 11th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. Those will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey man, so like the way that I act, like right here online, this is like me in real life. My wife gets tired
Eric Johnson to the podium.
My wife's
and Serena
too much.
Keystone to the chair. Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
You're not.
That's Eric Johnson, date of birth 4/16/96.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant coming out of the Peoria Municipal Court. It does relate to a DUI with an offense date of June 7th, 2019. This warrant issued January 25th, 2025. I will appoint an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on July 8th at 9 a.m. You have a cash bond of $250. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Right. So if I already did the driving part, so that doesn't concern me because I already did I got my license reinstated.
So the release condition is just simply if you don't have a driver's license, you can't drive. But if you have one, then you're free to do that. It just makes sure that you're doing that with a current valid driver's license.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, just step to your left. I'll give you that paperwork.
So about the phone calls, I normally it's by people
Serena to the podium.
They'll normally refer people to me
Antoinette
that they
Macias
think
to the chair.
they'll be a good fit for for what we're pushing. But yeah,
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Serena Marie Kiestel, 8/20/85.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a justice court warrant coming out of the Highland Justice Court. It has an offense date of October 31st, 2019, and it relates to 4 counts of DUI relating to an extreme DUI with a BAC of .20 or more.
Oh, she's screwed.
A DUI with a BAC of .15 or more, a BAC of .10 or more, and then a DUI with either liquor, drugs, or vapor. Those are all Class 1 misdemeanors. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you, and you're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Highland Justice Court on July 9th at 8:30 in the morning. You have a secured appearance bond of $200. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It does include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, I was just seeing if I would be able to be released on my own recognizance.
Ain't nobody releasing you.
My
You're a
sister
drunk.
was murdered at the time. So I had no means of coming to.
So it looks like you were seen the other day and were given a bond of $200 on a different charge. Have you posted that bond?
That was just this morning.
Damn, she's still drunk right now. Hey, okay, so people that are in orange is because they were already in custody already. People in close means that.
So it looks like you had a probation revocation hearing yesterday.
This is the first appearance.
Were you reinstated?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So that's why I was saying I'm already in classes with our church, with the LDS church.
Let me just take a look at the file one moment.
And my mom and my dad are both helping me because I'm the only child left.
Okay, we're gonna have to reprint this one, Lisa. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do, since you were reinstated on your probation case and you're not currently in custody on anything else, I'm gonna set your arraignment hearing for July 24th at 9 a.m. I'm gonna release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at that hearing. If you fail to appear at that hearing, another warrant will issue for your arrest and you'll be held on bond at your next hearing, okay? Did you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, if you'll take a seat up there, we'll reprint your paperwork and get that for you, okay? Antoinette to the podium and Michael Footman to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Antoinette, date of birth 3/30/74.
And your full name, please.
Antoinette Navarez, Macias Navarez.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It does look like you are here on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of August 7th, 2022. The warrant issued August 18th, 2023, and it's for 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I see that you also had a second warrant out of the city of Chandler. Have you seen the judge related to the city of Chandler case?
It's a $500 bond, but I can't do anything with that until this case, or until you tell me what's going to happen with
But you already saw the judge for the City of Chandler?
No, not yet.
Okay. Officers, do you happen to know when her City of Chandler hearing will be? Do you guys have access to that information?
Okay. This is Arizona, Maricopa County, if you will.
That's fine. Okay, thank you. All right. So what I'm going to do, because you have the other case and you're going to be seeing another judge for the City of Chandler, and you may be in custody because that one's showing a $500 bond.
Yeah,
I don't
that'll
know.
be paid.
So you'll have a $50 bond on this case. You're going to I'm going to appoint counsel. You'll have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and
Okay.
a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. That way, if for whatever reason you haven't posted bond, they'll make you available and transport you for these hearings. If you see the City of Chandler judge and you post bond on both cases, then you'll just need to make sure you get yourself to these hearings.
Yeah.
If you fail to appear, another warrant will issue.
I'll be there.
You have release conditions. It is going to include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's
What did she get arrested
Did
for?
you have any questions for me?
No, that's
Okay. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
okay. So it's going to be 50 here in the Chandler bond.
Right now, the Chandler bond shows $500.
Okay.
That may change when you see the judge. I don't know, but that's just the limited information I'm showing right now. But the one with me will be the $50.
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Footman to the
you're still
podium and Jesus Salcido to the chair.
Drug warrant? All right.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
The lady with the 4 DUIs got released?
Michael Footman, 5/16/1984.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a direct complaint that was filed. It's for an offense date of October 28th, 2023 for 2 counts of aggravated DUI, a Class 4 felony. I'm going to appoint counsel and set a status conference July 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 22nd at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Courthouse on 175 West Madison Street. I am releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. In your paperwork, you'll get an envelope. It'll have instructions, and you'll need to contact them once you've been released from custody. And then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and risk of being held on bond at a future hearing. Your paperwork will also include release conditions, which does include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Did you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, just step to your left. I'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Jesus to the podium and Joel St. Pierre to the chair.
Hey, you know what? It's wild because, Arizona compared to Florida, they don't let anybody go. In Arizona, it just seems like everybody's...
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Jesus Salcido, August 19, 1988.
Damn, what's up with this mop
Thank
head?
you, sir. Do you mind moving your hair out of your face? Thank you. It does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar this evening. We have a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, occurring July 22nd at 8:30. You're also on probation. So when you were picked up for this offense, it is a Term 1 violation. I'll appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing on July 11th at 8:30. I am going to release you on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear, and you will still continue to be supervised by your assigned probation officer. You also have written conditions of release that will include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting your probation officer within 72 hours of release. All of that will be in your paperwork, sir. Did you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, if you'll take a step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Man, Polk and Dade County.
Joel to the podium and Travis to
Cook,
the chair.
not Cook County. Orange County. Osceola. He looks
Good
creepy.
evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Joel St. Pierre, 4/20/98.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a direct complaint that was filed. It has an offense date of July 10th, 2024. This warrant issued April 10th, 2025. It does include 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Were you recently in custody serving a couple of days?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've completed that sentence, is that correct?
I'm supposed to complete it, but I'm supposed to get out before Monday. So, because if I don't get out before Monday to get to the Glendale courts to set up my pension plan, then I'll have another warrant.
Were you serving time for the Glendale court?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to appoint an attorney and set a status conference July 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 22nd at 8:30. Those are both going to be in the downtown Superior Courthouse on Madison Street. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at those hearings.
Yes.
You'll have written conditions of release included in your paperwork, which will include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and you may not drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You'll need to ensure you attend
For
those
me, it's
hearings. If you
11:45.
fail to appear, a warrant will issue and you'll be
What
held
about
on bond at the next hearing. Did you have any questions?
No, I will attend those. I don't know if you've seen my record lately, but I've been taking care of all my warrants. I've been going to my court dates. I've even tried getting a hold for this court case when I was up in Prescott Valley for treatment. My case manager tried to get a hold of you guys. I wrote to you guys trying to set a new court date, but I guess that never happened. But here we are, but I appreciate you. Thank you, Your Honor.
I appreciate that, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Travis to the podium and Charles Horn to the chair.
South Florida, Kimberly.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Travis Lober. My birth date is July 3rd, 1969.
Thank you, sir. It does look like you are here on a warrant from the West Mesa Justice Court. It relates to an offense date of December 13th, 2023 of knowingly displaying a false license plate and failing to appear for a hearing on January 17th, 2024, resulting in this warrant that issued February 13th, 2024. Due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You're going to have an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on July 22nd at 8:30 in the morning. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. That is your promise to appear at that hearing. You do have written conditions of release that will include not possessing any drugs without a valid prescription and not driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You also need to ensure you attend that hearing on July 22nd, otherwise another failure to appear warrant will be issued. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor. I just apologize. I had no idea that my license was going to be suspended. It's just, and I also wanted to mention that my home address is wrong on this paper, and it's probably wrong on my license, so I'll get that fixed, and I guess that's about it.
I appreciate that. I cannot update that information because this is with the Justice Court, so do make sure that when you go to that hearing, you give them your updated information, then of course check with the MVD as well, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Appreciate it, sir. Good luck.
Okay.
Charles Horn to the podium.
Hey, you know
and
what?
Lorenzo
Jail,
Ramirez to the
getting
chair.
incarcerated is a young man's game. Like if you're old.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Evening, Your Honor. My name is Charles Damian Scott Horn, January 15th, 1990.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar. It looks like we have 2 warrants from Desert Ridge Justice Court. The first warrant relates to an offense date of February 13th, 2013 for disobeying an order of the court and failing to pay some fines or complete some court orders back in 2019. The other Desert Ridge warrant relates to an offense date of June 9th, 2019 and failure to appear for a hearing on July 10th, 2019 related to a DUI. And then your third case is a Justice Court warrant coming out of the North Valley Justice Court related to an offense date of June 9th, 2019, and it relates to a license plate issue and failing to appear at a hearing in the court on August 5th, 2021.
I left my plate on a vehicle that wasn't mine anymore, and somebody had towed it from my property.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So I'm going to set an arraignment hearing July 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's going to be in the Desert Ridge Justice Court and applies to your 2 Desert Ridge Justice Court warrants. Then you're also going to have a hearing the next day on July 22nd at 9 a.m. in the North Valley Justice Court, and that applies to your 3rd warrant. Due to the nature of all these charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel on any of them. However, you can hire an attorney at your own expense if you would like to. I am going to release you on your own recognizance in all of these cases. That is your promise to appear. Again, they are back-to-back at different locations. Date, time, location will be in your paperwork. You have written conditions of release. You are not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and you're not to drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You'll also need to ensure you attend those hearings in order to avoid any future failure to appear warrants.
Yes, ma'am.
All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
I get to go home with my kids.
Good luck, sir. If you take the paperwork, it'll include your date, time, and
Should
location.
have thought about that before you're committing crimes.
And
Anyhow,
I'm
hey,
just going to review this file for one moment, and then I'll call Mr. Ramirez back up here in just a moment.
Go ahead, Your Honor. But hey, Ronnie, so I can definitely relate to where you're coming from. The last time I caught a case was in 2001. I came home in 2002, and I never went back. Some of that had to do to me. I stopped committing crimes, and then a lot of that had to do with luck also. Because there should have been times that I should have caught cases, but I caught a break for whatever reason. But it's been over 20. What is it? Over what, 2025, man. It's been over 23 years for me so far. So, you know, hey, people could change. Yeah, your bio says you've never been. Yeah, I've never been to prison. Yeah, I have not been to prison. But I've been to everything before you get to prison. So through the juvenile system, the county system, and right when I was in that fork in my life, I was like, hell no, I don't want to go to prison. So I just, I stopped committing crimes. So yeah, my bio. That's why I put that, because I've never been to prison. Because there's a difference between prison and county jail. So, and that means a lot to a lot of people. So I don't want people to confuse, what I've been through, for something that I haven't been through. A Toronto fan. I just like, I like the Blue Jays. Like, as far as like the logos, like I'm not a sports person. So a lot of times you'll see me like wearing all kinds of different hats. I'm not into the teams. I just, I'm from LA. As far as like the LA hats and then the Toronto hat, I just like, I like Toronto. I've been to Toronto a few times. I like the Blue Jays. So, and I got a lot of Canadian supporters too. So, I just represent a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm Canadian. That's right. And we see you stop getting caught. See something. Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. Yeah. But yeah, you see, Toronto Blue Jays is good, but not Toronto Maple. Man, yeah, I've been to Toronto maybe like 4 or 5 times in my lifetime, in the last few years, and man.
Can I have Mr. Ramirez back to the podium, please?
Mr. Ramirez. Do you think they're gonna let Ramirez out or what? What do you think is gonna happen? Is he staying or is he going?
We're going to recall your case. Can you please give me your name and date of birth again, sir?
Lorenzo Ramirez, September 30, 2001.
Thank you, sir. It does look like, when I was reviewing this, it looks like you also had an active warrant out of the city of Mesa. Have you been before the city of Mesa judge yet?
No, I have not.
So
during that time I was supposed to go, I was incarcerated. I had received a letter in the mail telling me that I had to pay a $526 fine.
Should have paid it.
And you were recently released from the Department of Corrections, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Also, from my understanding, I was brought in yesterday because of the warrant.
Yeah, I do show. Officers, do you show that there's a holdout of the city of Mesa?
The warrant, not a hold.
Okay.
Oh, she's thinking about letting this fool go.
So I was reviewing your criminal history, and it does look like you were sentenced to incarceration in May of 2023 for some pretty serious charges, and you were recently released based on that most recent sentence of incarceration. And just shortly after your release from that incarceration, you're here again today for an assault and criminal damage charge with some pretty serious allegations. And because of those reasons, I am going to affirm that secured appearance bond of $1,000 that I set. You will have written conditions of release. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. If you post that bond, you need to make sure you get yourself to that hearing on July 9th. Otherwise, a warrant for your failure to appear will issue, and you'll forfeit any bond that you have, okay? If you'll step to your left, the officers will give you that paperwork.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I'd like to receive the police report because what had happened right when I walked outside. That's when the police came and they questioned me, and I complied. I gave them my ID, everything, and they arrested me. They said I had a warrant, and so
I am appointing an attorney to represent you. So when you meet with that attorney on July 9th, let them know that you're requesting to review that police report, and they should be able to get that for you, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you, sir. If you step to your left, the officer will give you that paperwork.
Pues ni modo. Yeah, he's not going to work tomorrow.
Case number 29, J. Huang, date of birth, September 26, 1992. Will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self. We are here on a new Superior Court case for 1 count of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am appointing an attorney to represent him. He will have a status conference July 18th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 22nd at 8:30. I am releasing him on his own recognizance. That is his promise to appear. He'll have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime and no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Actually, I apologize. 29 was not one I previously had listed. What's the reason for him no longer being able to be brought to the courtroom?
What state is he in, Jody?
29?
Yes.
It is you unable to function.
Unable to function. Okay, so correct the record that number 29 will proceed as a house call due to being unable to function. Case number 46, Samuel Murray, date of birth December 24th, 1996, will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self.
Well,
He is here on a direct complaint with an offense date of February 27th, 2025 for one count of burglary in the third degree, a class 4 felony. I am appointing counsel and setting a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. I'm affirming the secured appearance bond of $5,000. He will have written conditions of release he needs to comply with. It does include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 55 and 56, Jabril Harris, date of birth September 19th, 2005, will proceed as a house call due to being unable to function. The first case is a new Superior Court case for one count of aggravated assault, a class 5 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm appointing an attorney to represent him. He will have a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing July 14th at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond of $500 in that case. He also is on probation. It is a term 1 violation when he was picked up for this new offense. I will appoint counsel and set a probation revocation hearing July 11th at 8:30, and I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000 for a total bond of $1,500. If bond is posted, he has written conditions of release to include no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness. He may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. He may not possess any weapons or alcohol, and he must contact his probation officer within 72 hours of release. If anything changes after I meet with him, I will update the written record. Case number 43 and 44, Sade Bruce, date of birth April 20th, 1990, will proceed as a house call due to being a danger to self. She is here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for her in 2 cases, both related to drug charges. I will affirm the attorneys previously appointed to represent her and set a status conference July 10th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 14th at 8:30. The hearing on July 10th at 8:30 applies to both cases. She has a secured appearance bond of $500 in each case for a total of $1,000. If bond is posted, she has written conditions of release to include not possessing any weapons or alcohol and contacting her probation officer within 72 hours. If anything changes after I meet with her, I will update the written record. That does conclude our 11 p.m. calendar, and we will now stand in recess until 5 a.m.
11 p.m.? Hey guys, so hey, I do appreciate you guys. If you're new here, I would really appreciate if you hit that follow button. It's free 99. It's free for you. It's free for me. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck. Hit that follow button. Hey, so this is gonna be the last quarter of the night. We will be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what time I'll be back tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow for sure. I'll have a little bit more free time on my hands, so we would have spent a little bit more time checking out these cases. Tomorrow we'll have for those of you that do like to watch these when I'm not on, I do run these streams on YT at Collect Call From, and I run them every single day, even when I'm not participating on them. They're running. All right. Anyhow, hey, I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call From, and like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out. Hey, everybody have a good night. Tiffany, Paige, 20 Moonstone, Shell, Jen. Let me see who else. Lauren. Let me see here. Shorty, Ronnie. See, Ronnie, dang, that's right, Ronnie. Hell yeah, Ronnie. I appreciate all the comments you drop in the chat. Jody, hopefully you get some good news with your dude. Lauren Red, and anybody that I miss, I do appreciate all of you guys that tune in, day after day whenever I come on. Highly appreciate you guys. Hey, Nathan, thank you for that follow. Appreciate you. Alley Cat, hey, have a good night. And for sure, we'll be seeing each other tomorrow, right? You guys have a good one. And with that, I'm out. Hey, Cha-Cha. mandatory. Chacha, I highly appreciate you, man. Chacha's been, she's been rocking with us for a while already, so I highly appreciate you, all of you guys. Can we get an agua before we go? No doubt. Agua, drop one, flush one. If I could find it. Where the hell's the... Man, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Agua. Hey, Kimberly, gracias. All right, and with that, we're out. All right, you guys have a good. I'm late to the party. Yeah, G, you got here a little bit late. We've been on for about an hour. For Bay, don't forget, we'll be on tomorrow, right? So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Shannon, gracias. All right, hey, Tonka and Mau, if you guys are still on, Tiffany, highly appreciate you guys. All right, see you guys mañana.